Okay, good morning to everybody. So in this class, today's class, I will going to start with module 2. In module 2, directly I will going to start hydraulic formulas for calculating velocity. So before going to calculate all those things, already as studied in the first module how to calculate the population using of different equations or formulas. And second bit, what is the rainfall intensity and what is the coefficient of rainfall. So these are all the things is essentially needed for calculating the discharge of wastewater. So in addition to that, so even in the previous class all of you studied already. So what is the minimum requirement of water? As per the standards, all of you knows that is 135 LPCD. But it depends on the lifestyle of the person or where exactly in which city he is living. Either it may be class 3, either it may be class 2, either it may be metropolitan cities. It depends on the life standard and as well as living standards. Majorly the factor is temperature. Even in the summer season, we are going to consume more water than winter season or rainy season. So these are all the factors are much more important while calculating the discharge. A person can, how much quantity of wastewater can be discharged? According to the standards, whatever the amount of water they are consuming every day, so among the total volume, 80% of the wastewater will be generated by the person. In addition to that, what do you mean by storm water? Already you know that is nothing but rainwater. That can be also calculated. That is majorly rainfall. Simply we can call it as rainfall intensity, coefficient of rainfall. So after knowing all those things, after calculating all those things, finally, how to convey, how to carry the wastewater, including storm water, including wastewater generated by the person or community or something else. The next bit is you have to calculate the velocity of flow in wastewater. So that is hydraulic formulas for calculating velocity. How to calculate the velocity? For calculating the velocity also, we have number of equations. So first I will going to take Cheggy's formula. One of the scientists developed this formula is under his name, that is Cheggy's formula. What it gives? V equals C into root of small r into S. So if you want to calculate the velocity using Cheggy's formula, what do you mean by V? Velocity in the channel in meter per second. That thing all of you knows. So C means Cheggy's constant and small r equals hydraulic mean depth or radius, and S equals slope or hydraulic gradient. So this is the equation, we can use it easily, we can calculate the velocity. In addition to that, so C can be calculated. How to calculate the C? What do you mean by C? So to calculate the C, we have to use number of equations. What do you mean by? That is Kutter's formula. Another one is Buggins formula. Kutter's formula or Buggins formula. From any one of these formula, we can use it, we can calculate the value of C. So C means, you know, what do you mean by C? That is nothing but Cheggy's constant. If you want to use this formula, Kutter's formula, to calculate velocity, we want the value of C. C means Cheggy's constant. How to calculate the Cheggy's constant? By using this Kutter's formula or Buggins formula, we can use any one formula to calculate the Cheggy's constant. So what it says, the Kutter's formula, C is equal to 23 plus 0.00155 whole thing divided by S and plus 1 by N whole thing divided by 1 plus 23 plus 0.00155. This is the constant whole thing divided by S and multiplied by N divided by root of small r. What do you mean by N? That is the roughness coefficient. Roughness coefficient, it depends on the surface of the material. So even in the last module, all of you knows, what are all the different types of materials used for carrying or conveying the water or wastewater. That is you know already. It depends on the characteristics of material. Either it may be PVC material, either it may be RCC, either it may be cast iron pipe. So many different materials we are going to use for carry the wastewater or water. So that is roughness coefficient depends on the surface of the material. That is change from one material to another material. That is not constant. What are all the type of material you are going to use, according to that material we have to take the roughness coefficient. Right. Next, what do you mean by K? That is constant depends on the same thing, depends on the surface of the material. All the materials are not having same property or same characteristics. So, for example, even in the you are all 4 or 5 members, you are the friends, very close friends, but you are not having same character. Of course, all are belongs to male category or female category, whatever it may be. That is simply we can call it as human being. Even in this also, simply we call it as sievers. What type of sievers? That is the bifurcation. But all the materials are not having same character, same type, even these materials also. What are all the different kinds of materials we are going to use? The character wise, everything is same. That's why the roughness coefficient depends on the surface of the material. Even K also constant depends on the surface of the material. That both the things we can apply for this using Kutter's equation. Kutter's equation, that is, yes, you know already, slope or hydraulic gradient. N equals, I mentioned here, that is roughness coefficient depends on the surface of the materials. Yes, here root small r, that is radius or hydraulic gradient, hydraulic mean depth or radius, that is small r. So, if you are not able to use this Kutter's formula, according to the data not available, you can go for Buggins, you can use this equation, that is Buggins formula or Buggins equation. This is also very simple equation. C is equal to 157.6 whole thing divided by 1.81 plus K divided by small r. So that the value of small r already you know, that is hydraulic mean depth bar radius. Are you clear or not? What do you mean by K? That is constant depends on the whatever the type of materials you are going to use. From this Church's equation, you can calculate the velocity. In addition to that, not only Church's equation, another one equation, that is Manning's formula or Manning's equation. Manning's formula or Manning's equation. One more formula, you can use it for calculating the velocity or formula to calculate the hydraulic velocity. That equation, what it says, that is second equation, that is Manning's equation. Manning's equation, or simply we can call it as Manning's formula. What it says, V equals 1 by small n into small r to the power of 2 by 3 into s to the power of 1 by 2. That is small n equals nothing but Manning's constant. Manning's constant. So, Manning's constant. So, what do you mean by Manning's constant? It is also the Manning's constant, the value of n equals also depends on the, already I mentioned very clearly, depends on the whatever the type of materials you are going to use for carry the wastewater. So, it is very simple equation, that is Manning's formula or Manning's equation. What it means? V equals 1 by small n multiplied by small r to the power of 2 by 3 into s to the power of 1 by 2. You know what do you mean by r and s? Already I wrote it in the previous Kutter's equation. So, only what do you mean by small n equals, that is Manning's constant. It depends on the materials used. What are all the different types of materials used? And one more formula excluding these two equation, CRIMP, CRIMP, CRIMP and Burke's, CRIMP's and Burke's formula or equation. It gives V equals 83.5 into small r to the power of 2 by 3 into s to the power of 1 by 2, where 83.5 equals 1 by n, that is nothing but equal n, the value is okay. CRIMP and Burke's equation or formula. This is also one of the formula we are going to use to calculate the velocity. So, V equals 83.5 into small r to the power of 2 by 3 into s to the power of 1 by 2, nothing but Manning's equation. So, how to get the value of n? So, that is we can get it easily. Value of r, small r. 83.5 equals 1 by n. So, you know the value of n. Directly you can put the values. Directly you can get the smaller value. And one more equation excluding this or last equation, William-Hazen's, H-A-Z-E-N, Hazen's formula or equation. Hazen's formula, William-Hazen's. So, this formula also V equals 0.85 into small r divided by 0.63 into s equals 0.54. So, out of these four formulas, we are going to mainly use only one formula, that is majorly all or anywhere, all the persons going to use Manning's formula or Manning's equation only to calculate the value of E. William-Hazen's formula. But these are all the third one and fourth one, these are all the formulas are not much used anyway. But all are going to use only stick on to use of Manning's equation or Manning's formula. We can get the exact value also, exact reading also. Even Kutter's formula also used, but when compared with Kutter's formula, the Manning's equation is much more useful. This is normally use this equation. So these are all the equations used for calculating the velocity. So after knowing this or after using this, next bit is what do you mean by what do you mean by self-cleaning velocity? Next bit is self-cleaning velocity. What do you mean by self-cleaning velocity? So I hope all of you heard this name even in the previous semester. That is nothing but minimum velocity. Self-cleaning velocity or minimum velocity. What do you mean by self-cleaning? The name itself indicates self-cleaning. Without adding any chemicals, the water flowing in a open channel from upstream to downstream, automatically it absorbs the oxygen from the atmosphere, from the free atmosphere, free oxygen. There is no cost. It can get selfly purified. That is simply we can say self-cleaning velocity. In addition to that, what do you mean by self-cleaning velocity is nothing but minimum velocity. What do you mean by minimum velocity? While flowing a wastewater through the pipe, the wastewater contains suspended matters or particles. Clear? Suspended particles. They are in suspension. They are in suspension condition. So they are not settling properly. To carry that suspension of materials or particles, we need minimum velocity. If not, the particles can be settled in the pipe. There will be a chances of clogging. There will be a chances of abrasion of materials. There will be a chances of corrosion of materials. It depends on the characteristics of material. That's why we have to maintain this self-cleaning velocity. Maintain nothing but minimum velocity we have to maintain. Minimum velocity we have to maintain. How to maintain this minimum velocity? How to calculate this minimum velocity? There will be a one equation. There will be a one equation that is nothing but V suffix S into whole thing root of 8k divided by small f into S suffix S minus S divided by S into small g d. This is the equation normally we are going to calculate the self-cleaning velocity. What do you mean by Vs? Vs is equal to self-cleaning velocity. Self-cleaning velocity. That is in terms of meter per second. All of you knows. What do you mean by small f? This is Darcy's, D-A-R-C-Y apostrophe S. Darcy's friction factor. That is constant. That is 0.03. Where K equals characteristics of solids. Solids or solid particles, the value is 0.044. This is for inorganic materials. Inorganic. And 0.06 for organic materials. Organic materials. These are all the constant, where capital S suffix S equals specific gravity. Specific gravity of solids or solid particles, that is 2.65, where capital S equals specific gravity of sewage, that is 1, where small g equal, that is acceleration due to gravity, that is in terms of meter per second square, where small d equals dia of particles in mn or in meter. This is the equation normally all are going to use to calculate the velocity, self-cleaning velocity. So what do you mean by S suffix S? That is specific gravity of solid particles, that is 2.65. These are all the constant. While solving the problems, you have to keep these values in your mind. Okay, sometimes in the examination, in the problem itself, they are mentioned very clearly. Is given the values directly. What do you mean by S suffix equals value is so and so. The value of K equals so and so. The value of equals so and so, like this. So, but you should know the equation. Very simple equation and also very easy problems you may expect in the examination also. Later on I will going to take up 1 or 2 exam problems. Are you clear not? So, after calculating this, you can use one more formula, that is V suffix S equals 1 by neta root of Kd into S suffix S minus half S whole thing divided by small s, where neta equals coefficient of friction, where R equals hydraulic mean depth or radius. This is the equation used to calculate the self-cleaning velocity. How to maintain the self-cleaning? Andre, I mean to say minimum velocity. Minimum velocity should be maintained in a pipe. While carrying the solid particles, we have to maintain minimum velocity. That's why we have to use this equation. And after maintaining this minimum velocity, what do you mean by maximum velocity? What do you mean by maximum velocity? So, that maximum velocity can be represented by the another one word, that is non-scouring velocity. Non-scouring. Non-scouring velocity. Non-scouring velocity or maximum velocity. So sometimes you may expect in your examination also for 4 marks. Sometimes you may expect for 6 marks. What do you mean by self-cleaning velocity and what do you mean by non-scouring velocity? So easily you can get 6 marks. Don't forget to study these two things. And in addition to that, this definition for sometimes you may expect for 4 marks. Whatever the hydraulic equations already I mentioned very clearly. Either it may be Cutter's equation, whether it may be Manning's equation, either it may be Buggin's equations. These are all the equations, you have to keep it in your mind. Then only it is very easy to score full marks even in this module. These are all the repeated questions. There is no question of tilting the question or problems. Directly you can expect. So later on, even in the next class, I will going to solve the problems. What do you mean by, scouring or non-scouring velocity? So what do you mean by non-scouring velocity? Non-scouring velocity is nothing but maximum velocity. So if you are not maintaining this maximum velocity, what happens? If you are not maintaining minimum velocity, what happens? So already I mentioned very clearly, the minimum velocity should be maintained. Otherwise, the inner surface may get abrasion. Even this also, while flowing a wastewater in the conduit or a pipe material, so already I mentioned the wastewater carrying some particles. If the sewage carrying such a type of particles, so even in the conduit continuously flowing, the particles get or disturb the inner surface while moving faster. There will be chances of abrasion of inner surface. Are you clear? So what happens? Later on, the abrasion takes place, automatically the corrosion will be started. It depends on the characteristics of the pipe materials. What are the different kinds of materials you are going to use? If it is cast iron, if it is a RCC pipe, there will be chances of corrosion. It will not spoil the life of the material. It can spoil the flow also, because it can clog the pipe. Are you clear? And also it can spoil the surface smoothness. So these are all the things can be happened where exactly the steeper area or where exactly the more gradient is available. In that area or in that location, these are all the things can be happened. That is nothing but maximum velocity. And also the limiting or mainly depends upon the materials of sewers, and the table given below. So what are all the limiting velocity for different kinds of materials? So I will give you the list. Sewer materials, against limiting factor, limiting velocity. So we have to maintain this velocity, otherwise the pipes get damaged. Vitrified and glazed bricks. We have to maintain 4.5 to 5.5. Cast iron sewer. This is 3.5 to 4.5. Stoneware pipe or sewer, that is 3 to 4. Ordinary brick lined, that is 1.5 to 2.5, including concrete sewer. Next, last one, earthen channels. .6 to 1.2. These are all the limiting factors. These are all the values according to the standard. If this limiting velocity, I mean to say, it exceeds this velocity according to the materials used or pipes used, there will be a chances of abrasion, and there will be a chances of corrosion, and there will be a chances of obstruct the flow, and there will be a chances of reduce the lifespan of the materials. These are all the standards given by the authority. So, this limiting velocity can be maintained according to the materials used. If not, there is no chance of expecting the more life from the materials. Okay, I hope all of you understand this concept before going to the problems. Okay, today I will going to stop at this level. So next class onwards, whatever the velocity equations I wrote already, so using that equation according to your previous question paper problems, I will going to solve. Until, take care. Okay, bye.